Try that again. What's up, guys? Hey, Christina. Hey, Cindy. Welcome. Becky, Grace, Monkey's Mama, Crystal, who's not feeling well, Rhonda, Cindy B, Monkey's Mama, Sassy, first one here, Sly Angel, Monkey, Cindy. What's up, Morgs? All right. So, a lot's happened in the last 24 hours. Some good, some not so good. Hey, blue-eyed female. So a lot of you guys know, I'm trying to condense this a little, but a lot of you guys know I went on Diane's panel last night because I heard her like sticking up for me. And from that, the good point of that is someone that I hadn't spoken to in a couple of years had called me. One of the things that I said on Diane's panel is that I was kind of like looking for my dad to give me an answer, tell me what to do. And the first sign was, I guess someone else in the community died of breast cancer. I don't know her story. I saw Nicolina's post. I was like, wow. So that was the first sign. But having this person call me was the second sign. I said, okay, maybe that's where we're heading. So I knew I was going to the radiologist today, who spent an hour with me. She is the best, absolute best. So we're going through stuff, and I'm saying that if I had not have recorded this, nobody would believe me. But things have changed again, to the point that it even shocked her. Even she couldn't believe it. So instead of me trying to explain it, I'm going to play the piece of this recording. Let's just say that my oncologist is an idiot. Like, for real. A true fucking idiot. I cannot believe that even she did not catch this. So here we go. And let me know, make sure you guys can hear it. Hold on. What's the worst outcome for your patient? So what about like my grandmother and my aunt, who both went through chemo? Can you guys hear that? Had reoccurrence. Mm-hmm.
So theirs might have been high risk to begin with. And they might have had positive nodes, or was that a long time ago?
Yeah, my grandmother had, one was lung cancer. My grandmother had breast cancer. My mom said it was, the tumor was very big to start.
Okay.
They wanted her to do a mastectomy. She said no. So they ended up giving her chemo, and then it shrunk enough that they were able to do a lumpectomy, and then it grew back, then she had chemo again, and then she ended up dying in her stomach. It came back in her stomach.
Oh, wow, that is pretty late.
So this was, I was 17, so it was a long time ago, but...
So we didn't have the same chemo back then either.
Okay.
And a lot of times all they had was radiation and
this is a little before what I wanted to play. I just don't know exactly where it was.
As well. So even though someone got chemo, it doesn't always mean it's going to work. So it might have gotten one of those cells that jumped off that train, but not that other one that jumped off first. Or that other one that jumped off first, he was able to land, and he was more resistant because he could actually jump and land and not die when he jumped off. I mean, there's cells that could be in the bloodstream that we don't know about, and we have no test. And believe me, they've been working on these tests. We used to think the circulating tumor cell test would work. Personal friend, we looked at her stuff earlier. 2008, she had a mastectomy because she had to have a mastectomy. 20 of 23 lymph nodes positive, got chemotherapy. They looked at all these blood tests, circulating tumor cells. How can we find out if it's coming back early? It didn't come back till 2019. Or 2018, 19. It was almost like 10 years.
All right, I didn't realize I went this far back.
Wow. She got chemo and tamoxifen, but she was only 40, so it came back when she was 50.
It's coming up.
There's different types of cells, and somebody who has that many nodes, they're going to come back, right? but we try to do everything we can to hold it off. In your situation, we don't know if 100% it's going to come back. In fact, it's probably, like I said, 30%. But we want to try to prevent that because then that patient is suffering with bone pain or they have to get more chemo or more treatments later down the road. But in general, if we knew without a doubt by doing a mastectomy or a lumpectomy, and the surgery alone would cure it because there wasn't in the nodes, because that's what we used to think. Everybody got a mastectomy, everybody got a full node mastectomy, and somehow it still came back. And it's because it got in the bloodstream first. But we don't know how to tell which patient has it in the bloodstream and which doesn't. So we get 100 people chemo to help those 30 they needed it. Or does that make sense? Because we don't know which ones have it in the bloodstream. We do have this test where we don't have to give 100 people chemo for 10 people. We try to target the ones who really need it, right?
Are there any studies, not you personally, but are there any studies of people that are over 50 that have higher onco scores, high percentages, like you're saying, that didn't get chemo and the rate of return?
Well, this is pretty specific for your number and over 50, and it's still a high risk. So if we look at all the people with, because they're not really just looking at their ages anymore, right? Now we're looking at the genomic assay of the tumor itself. So this took the tumor cells, and what that looks for is it looks for 21 genes inside the cancer, and are those genes the type that can metastasize or not? And are those genes the type that can do this? Now, it's not your genes, like your genetic genes from your mother or from your grandmother, because they can have different types of cancer. Some people have different types in their history, but this looks at the genomics of it, and yours.
Lady Parts, is somebody holding a gun to your head for you to stay here? Don't worry. I will gladly get you out of here so you don't have to listen to it, okay? Don't worry about it. Bye. Now you don't have to listen to it. Yeah, I went a little too far back. Hold on.
It has a higher risk of cancer.
Now, again, this is going on in my own research. But isn't there a difference, or should there be a difference, of rate of reoccurrence of a tumor that's still in my body as compared to a tumor that's out of my body? Do you know what I mean?
No, because if the only reason at this point in time it would recur would be because the cell has already gotten loose. But we don't know that, right? The cell would have gotten loose before your surgery. Because that's the only way it will come back. And tamoxifen or just an estrogen blocker by itself holds most of those off for at least 9-10 years. But then even that rate of recurrence is still, there's still a rate of recurrence. Even if those women stop their pill, it can still come back. Olivia Newton-John came back 25 years later. But those are the more slow-growing types. They don't come back quickly. She was in People magazine like 4 years ago, I think, on the cover of it. For her, because her breast cancer came back 25 years later, and it's estrogen positive. And that's odd. That's weird.
Thank you, Becky.
But I see that sometimes. Now, those are more rare, obviously. But those are the more slow-growing types. The more fast-growing types come back within that 9 or 10 year time frame. And so that's where this came up, is how can we prevent these patients? We don't know sometimes about those long-term ones because we're not looking that far out necessarily.
Okay. And what is by the way, what is quantitative scores on the bottom of that first page?
Okay, this is where it starts. Becky, thank you so much. This is where it starts. Even she was shocked at what she read. This changed everything. Like, literally changed everything.
This,
Yes.
so that just shows your estrogen, progesterone. So this says 9.4% ER positive. This is PR negative. Was your score?
Yeah, negative?
Yeah.
So what does that mean?
So your original biopsy they should be positive, I thought. Let me go back and look at your percentage.
Okay.
Yeah. And her TA was negative, because this is what they do on
Because from the stuff that I was looking online, I'm like, I am not positive, negative. I'm positive, negative.
Yes. Yeah, according to that gene assay, you are.
And that's why I'm like, there a mistake made or?
So tumors can be heterogeneous, and sometimes on the biopsy, it can be slightly different than afterwards. On the lumpectomy or the mastectomy, either one, they do not go back and redo ER and PR and HER2. They only keep it from the biopsy, unless there's something discordant otherwise. So what this says, you are not PR positive, you're actually PR negative. No one's made a biopsy, so that was PR positive.
Yo, don't be subscribed. Do it every time. But they acting like it's fine. I'm begging them to stop, but they leave me with a like.
I forgot about that. It's a little delayed.
And that's why we were thinking it was more slow-growing, even though it was a grade 2.
Yeah, see all those trees? That's what I was talking about. And I was like,
And here, this is what I was talking about, the HER2 and 2 plus, I always do fish, and the fish is negative. And this all fish is negative. So yeah, that one does say that
Now, for those of you that may not understand, positive, negative is worse than what I thought it was. It's not negative for cancer. It's worse than it originally thought. Triple negative is the worst cancer you can get. So what you don't want is triple negative. Having 2 that are negative and only 1 positive is worse than what we originally thought it was, which was positive, negative. It's not. It's positive, negative. Even she was shocked.
PR negative, that's interesting. And they didn't go back and repeat it on this. But this would be more accurate than that. Because this is genomics of the tumor that actually came out versus a 6 millimeter biopsy. So could it depend on a part of the
positive, negative is worse, isn't it?
Correct. I mean, it's worse than positive, negative. This, yeah, because they're still saying ER positive, even after that, because they didn't go back and redo it. So this is saying that the actual quantitative score gave it a negative because it didn't reach over 5.5 is what it looks like.
That's what I was seeing online. I'm like, this doesn't make sense. This is not. Yeah. And I know I have a black and white copy, but they were showing like online it's like orange, it should be circled orange or whatever. And I'm like, this is positive, negative. I was like, did you get my whole thing wrong?
So these patients, positive, negative, are much more likely to need chemo. That's that luminal B type of cancer. So you already looked at that online. Yeah. So when I was describing, hey, we thought yours was luminal A to begin with, but actually this whole description means you're a luminal B. It's kind of up to a category. I didn't even see that at the bottom. I'm glad you asked. But I mean, that's what that. So technically, even without any of this, if we knew it was positive, negative, we would have called it a luminal.
Okay, as far as the tamoxifen, when it's positive, negative, tamoxifen is the answer. She explains that with positive, negative, it's probably going to be the other one, not tamoxifen. She explains all that.
And then more suspicious, you would need chemo, but we would still do the same oncotype DS because to confirm. So you would not have been offered chemo just without this still, because it's still estrogen positive. But yes, the progesterone positive ones are more aggressive in that regard. Why? Just the nature of the cancer.
I'm confused. So I wouldn't need chemo on positive, negative?
No. So you do need chemo. I'm just saying she would have, we would think you would need chemo. Like if we knew just this part, positive, negative.
Oh, you mean from the biopsy?
From the biopsy.
Okay.
I would have said, ooh, you're probably going to need chemo. But because it was positive on the PR on the biopsy, we thought, oh, well, maybe we won't need it. But we always do the oncotype DX to make sure, right? So if then I would have known it was negative to begin with, I probably would have said, well, it's probably you might need chemo because of that. but we're still going to do the oncotype. So we don't let this alone sway us.
Okay.
We still do the oncotype if it's estrogen positive. It's just, yes, more likely people need chemo when it's ER negative. That is absolutely the case.
Because from what I remember that you were taking, I don't remember who explained it, it's if it's positive, negative, negative, then you don't know what's totally feeding it. Like we
Right.
knew estrogen was, but now.
Now what else is, right? Mm-hmm. And those are a little more aggressive. Those are known as more aggressive types of cancers.
So I'm getting chemo.
I would recommend it. I mean, you're pretty healthy.
I know, but still, it's a big.
It is. It's a big commitment. You're right. It is. I don't want to downplay it. It's a big commitment. I would say a lot of people do great with chemo and are surprised at how well they do.
Now, the positive, negative, negative doesn't change the.
They're still going to need the estrogen blocker.
No, it doesn't change the 4 cycles to like 6 or anything, right?
The 4 is a standard dose.
Oh, it is?
This is a standard dose. Now, if you had a reaction to it or anything, so you might lower the dose or change it to something else, but the 4 is standard.
He
Just
was
like
my
you have
second
AC
opinion.
plus Taxol, it would be 4 cycles of AC every 2 weeks, and then Taxol every week for 12 weeks. And that's for node positive patients, more or less. It's not just for the oncotype positive patients.
So what, all right, just curious, what changes for you as a oncologist, radiologist, whatever, that it's now positive, negative?
For me, it does not change my treatment strategy
For radiation.
because the radiation is the same. It's
Okay.
triple negative radiation is the same as estrogen positive radiation.
Okay.
If someone has a positive margin, that changes the radiation. If someone has multiple positive nodes, that changes my radiation field. I treat up into here. But you did not. So I would not purposely treat up into here. Whenever we treat the whole breast, and we treat those low level, by default, the tail of the breast comes up here. So the patient lays like this, it's like a big rectangle, and we treat all those. So we want to get any little cells that could have been floating in there. But it doesn't change the radiation. The only thing that this changes is chemo or not. Or if you want it, or a different estrogen blocker, depending on the risk symptom. There are some patients that are premenopausal. Let's say they're 40 and they haven't had menopause yet, and they will get a shot to put them into menopause, and then they'll get an aromatase inhibitor because their risk is high. And then that works 2% better.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens with, I forgot what I was going to say. How does the biopsy have a different outcome than
It doesn't. It's like the biopsy was just the biopsy. You just told us what it was. But the biopsy is just one little sample of a bigger piece of tissue, right? So once we get the bigger piece of tissue, we send that, and that's the important part.
Okay.
So the biopsy is just a sample. How like we're sampling Neapolitan ice cream, and you stuck your spoon in and only got some vanilla and strawberry, and you missed that good chocolate. And then, lo and behold, you open it up and you're like, oh, there's chocolate in it. And then you get a whole bowl, we're going to get chocolate in it. And dang, is that chocolate in it? But it's just, it sucks. It really does. But I think it's worth it.
So what?
And radiation wouldn't be till after this is done.
Okay.
They have to do this done.
What, as far as chemotherapy,
Mm-hmm.
even though basing it on those exact numbers, does anything change for you, just on average, that I'm not positive?
No.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Other than the numbers and the risk is higher when it comes back. You know. And even with so we can lower it though, but that's what the pheno's for. The pheno's to lower it to be someone that, like the grade 1, that has a low risk of coming back. You know, to get the pheno and take both to get it down to that.
All right. Now let's go back to the beginning. It's grade 2s and 3s with the positive, negative, negative. Does that change reoccurrence?
This is the only number you need to worry about. These numbers, the one doctor will take.
Oh, so the grade 30s don't matter? Okay.
That genomic test looks at all that together and spits out a number. That's what's so great about it. It's not like the doctor is trying to, before we had to kind of figure it out. Oh, we need a chemo, what's wrong with this, what's the risk? We don't even have to figure that anymore. There's a number. That's what makes it so much better.
So what's the difference between a 29 and a 60?
I want to say a 60 or even a 50. I've never even seen it. I don't even think it goes above 50. I think it says greater.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think I've seen one that high.
All right, so 39.
Yeah, it does. I was about to say, I've never seen one above 50. It's really 50.
39.
The percentage is a little high.
I mean, on someone that's a 39 score.
Like, I've seen this number be 30% before.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. And that freaks us all out. Yeah. So, like, I mean, I think the highest one, it said like greater than 40 or greater than 50. I was like, oh my God, I've never seen that before. But that's pretty rare also.
And that's pretty much it. The rest goes into other stuff. But there's one part that I tell her that, you know, the doctor told me I was triple positive at one point and then never said anything else. And so we talk about that for a minute, but I thought it was right after, but it's not. I guess it's before. So yeah, so the decision has been made. Yes, I'm doing chemo. The guarantees are I will lose my hair. I am trying not to freak out over it. I'm trying to stay strong and let my kids know I haven't decided when I'm going to tell them. But it was just shocking that all of a sudden it was discovered that I'm positive, negative, negative, which is bad because positive, we knew what was feeding the cancer. When you have negative, we don't know what's feeding the cancer. We know some of it is estrogen, but we don't know all of it. And we don't know what the other half is, which makes it more than likely that reoccurrence. And it kind of threw me for a loop. And for like a half hour, I was asking her like a million questions on it, you know, like, well, what changes? How does this change? Does the chemo change? So like I told her at the end of the combo, I was like, so this really just got fucking real. She goes, yes. And I told her, I said, shouldn't the oncologist have caught this? Like, why did we catch it? And we only caught it because I asked her what this quantitative scores were. And yeah, it's going to be a long journey. Thank you, Grandma Sherry. And I was like freaking out a little, like something that I thought was like so easy and has been so easy to this point just took a major fucking blow and took a major turn left. And can I say I'm scared? A little, just a little. But that's the thing, Ambitious. I asked her that. She said it's not going to change anything because the chemo doesn't change, the pills don't change, nothing actually changes. So, but yeah, I agree with you. She should have caught that. And everything just fucking got real. I mean, honestly, everything got real. Everything was like, boom. Thank you, Laced. But this is going to be my last Radiation I'm getting regardless. Radiation comes after chemo. No, actually, it wasn't a tough decision when I found out that it was positive, negative, negative.
Hit subscribe. I always try to tell them they do it every time. I tell them there's no problem, but they acting like it's fine. I'm begging them to stop, but they leave me with a like.
Once I found out that I was 2 negative and only 1 positive, it was a no-brainer. I said, well, I guess I'm getting chemo. Because all of a sudden, even though the numbers didn't change, the whole dynamic changed. Because now it's not so simple anymore. Now there's not a higher chance of reoccurrence, but like a higher chance that a cell may have gotten away. The aggressive part of it has changed. She said that there's grade A and grade B. And sometimes, depending on age and other factors, that I'm going to upload the whole thing. She said I could. I'm going to upload the whole thing on one video. But the factors change, and it puts me in a more aggressive in a grade B than the grade A. So I didn't totally understand, but yeah, I'm going to be doing it on my cancer channel. Yeah, I already did all that genetic testing. I'm going to be moving. I'm going to keep these videos here, but I have been talking about it here because there really hasn't been much to talk about. But now that this journey's starting, I'm going to do it all on one channel, and I'm going to keep this true crime. And I probably won't be on camera much. Just saying. I don't know. Yes, truth. And I know that if I hadn't have recorded that, nobody was going to believe me. I was like, you know what? Thank God I got this on recording, because nobody would have believed me. So, yes, I can. Can mods drop the cancer channel? I know, Kayla. I don't think I've gotten over the initial shock, but now I'm just trying to accept the fact that my hair is going to be gone. My teeth are going to get fucked up, and there's nothing more I can do. Like, I just have to accept it. Once, it was one thing deciding what to do when I thought we knew what was feeding the cancer, and my gut was telling me don't do it. But to learn that I'm now positive, negative, it's almost a no-brainer. Because if there is a cell in me, it's going to multiply much faster than it would with positive, negative. So I am exactly, Cam. Totally agree with you, Cam. Again, lab, nothing changes with my chemo, but me getting chemo is now a no-brainer as compared to, well, if it's positive, we know what's feeding it, then we know how to stop it, which was my mentality. However, this changes everything, because now we only know half of it. We don't know the other half. We don't know what else is feeding it, which makes it a more aggressive type of cancer. If there is a cell. Now, there may not be a cell that got away. And I say, can't you do a full CAT scan? She explained it, but why can't you do like a full body scan to see if one got away? She said, there's no technology to see if it's in the blood, and it's only one, let's say it's just one cell. There's no way for us to there's no technology that can determine if it's in the bloodstream. There's no technology, no CAT scan can see if it's hiding somewhere that we can't see. And she gave me what I already knew, and that was that as much as we know about cancer, there's so much we don't know. So I said to her, can we target fat cells since we're targeting other cells with chemo? Because if you could target fat cells in chemo, I'm golden. I say, put me under. She said, no, you can't. And she told me I may gain weight from steroids, but that will come off. And she said it's 3 months. And then, you know, after 3 months, then I could do radiation for 4 weeks. So my mom said, you know, don't worry, we'll get you a nice wig. But I'm not all side effect. I know. She said that, no, she said my hair will definitely fall out. I asked her, Tracy. I said, you know, is it possible my hair won't fall out? She goes, no, it is 100% certain your hair will fall out. She said, other cancers, not so much. That we treat other cancers with different types of chemo. Hey, with different types of chemo, that hair doesn't fall out. Unfortunately, you won't be getting one of them. And I asked her about pills. Can I take a chemo pill? She said no. And she doesn't recommend an IV. But the good news is I don't have to deal with doctors. She called my surgeon, my oncologist, to set up surgery for the port and then for chemo. I think it's about 2 weeks, she said. I have to have you, Michaela. I do. But I still think they should target fat cells. Shit, you're targeting everything else. Target fat cells. I think it makes perfect sense. I know, Christina, I had alopecia and I wore wigs, but this is just... My mom said that. Wear a hat. I don't think I'm going to shave my head, though. I think I'm going to wait to see what happens. I don't want to shave it. But I am. I'm trying to stay positive, and that's what I said, Lacey. I asked her if the port was rough. She said, no, it's nothing. She's like, it's better than IVs, I'll tell you that much. She's like, you definitely don't want IVs. Right, Kayla? That's what I'm saying. Oh, seriously, Lacey? I will absolutely lose my hair, 100%. I don't know about... I mean, I'm sure I'm going to lose all of it. I don't want to lose my eyelashes, though. No, they didn't give me a choice, Tracy. She just said that you're going to get a port. It really wasn't a choice. The port hurt. I asked her how long it stays in. She said about 3 months. See, Perpetua, that's what my mom said. But she told me that this type of chemo, the hair doesn't grow back as nice. And my mom said she never heard of that. And a lot of people telling me they never heard of that. So, too young not to get a port, it saves your vein. I don't really have veins much to begin with. But I'm just, I can't do anything, so I can't stress over it. Like, that's where I'm at. It is what it is. I'm gonna pull through, and once I found this news, it was no longer a choice. It was, this is something I have to do, because what I don't want is for something to happen. And the person I spoke to last night, my radiologist completely agreed with me. I agreed with her. And she said to me last night, you're thinking that if it comes back, you can just then do the 4 treatments of chemo. But when cancer comes back, it comes back fierce, and you may not be able to get rid of it. And she was telling me today that not only is that 100% true, but she's had people that chose not to do radiation, not to do chemo, even if they were triple negative, they decided not to do it.
Yo,
And
don't hit subscribe. I always try to tell them they do it every time. I tell them there's no problem, but they acting like it's fine. I'm begging them to stop, but they leave me with a like.
And that they decided not to do it. Cancer came back within a year and it was worse. Because one of the questions I had was, if it's a slow cancer and if it's a slow tumor, then it wouldn't come back and it would take 10 years to become a centimeter. And she said, theory wise, yes, but you don't have you don't have a slow cancer. Slow would be like a 1 and you're a 3, which means it's very aggressive. The fact that it's now negative makes it even worse. So if it does come back, it's coming back fierce. Are you willing to take that chance? No, I'm not. Because it just kind of changed everything. So I am going to look like Sinead O'Connor, except I'm not that good looking. Sinead O'Connor looked beautiful. Beautiful. I will not look beautiful bald. I promise you. I've seen my dad who was bald. I will not look beautiful. Hey, Jenny, I hope you feel better. That is true. It's only a chapter in the whole book of life. But, throughout, I'm thinking about it and I'm like, what if I'm wrong? And what if it comes back? It's going to come back fierce. And what if it's before my kids are old enough? So, yeah. Yeah, I have family history. Can you try the cold cap? Yes, I forgot to ask. Someone asked me something. But my radiologist and my oncologist spoke about the capping. You can buy them on Amazon. But they were talking about like kits, I guess, that are hundreds upon hundreds of dollars. And they're saying that most insurance companies won't cover it. I don't know if mine will. I got to call them. Yeah. I'm hoping they will. It's the whole reason I went with private insurance. And that was the other thing she said to me, that this is like an insurance policy. And I said, yeah, but I didn't have insurance for a long time because I said, when I need insurance, I'll pay for insurance. But until I need it, there's no point. So I went years without insurance. And then I got breast cancer. The state of Alabama is absolutely fucking useless when it comes to breast cancer. So I went and got private insurance. And I needed it, and that's how I looked at the cancer. That, okay, when it comes to that point, if it returns, then I'll get chemo. But after it was all explained to me, and I totally did the right thing going to see her today, I love my radiologist. She sat with me for an hour, like literally an hour, just talking to me and explaining everything. And she's amazing. Last day after COVID, it grew back differently, and my hairdresser said it's like that with chemo. I know as women on here means a lot. And yeah, it is easier said than done. Yeah, it was finding out it was positive, negative was my decision. And you can hear through the whole conversation, I keep asking questions about it because I was afraid that now I'm going to need more than 4 weeks of chemo. Thank God I don't. And thank God nothing changes in that respect. But I was worried. I don't have, oh, you mean I was like caseworker. I don't have a caseworker. But you mean my breast clinic? Yeah. I know she was off yesterday and today. I'm going to call her. I'm not going to shave my head, though. I'm going to wait. I'm going to see what happens. Maybe I'll be a miracle. Who knows? Did you, Dawn? But that's the other thing I'm freaking out about. How much, on one hand, I'm like, how am I going to pay for things through chemo? But then I look at other people, I'm not mentioning names, that go through chemo that seem fine. So I don't see why I couldn't make candles or do YouTube. I think I'll be fine. So she said I'll be tired. It's one of the side effects, maybe bloated, tired, nausea, but she said they have really good nausea medication, and loss of hair. I can't stand insurance. Like I said, I haven't gotten a bill yet though. All the surgeries, all I keep getting is claim, 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 but I haven't actually gotten a bill yet. I got one bill for like $19. That was it. Everything else is in claim status. Oh, state insurance pays for nothing in the state of Alabama. There are certain tests that couldn't even get done with state insurance. I said, fuck this. This is my life. This is my boobies. And Alabama is the only state in the entire United States that covers nothing when it comes to breast cancer. So I got private insurance. Thank you, Celine, but I'm telling you, I won't. I will do not look good with no hair. And my mom's like, but you do your makeup pretty, but it doesn't matter. I mean, it'll be fast to get ready in the morning. But yeah. Zofran would be a best friend. No, she said that they put stuff in the port, and that they put stuff in the port that nausea is fine. And I told her straight up, I said, look, I'm an ex-bulimic. I don't give a shit about nausea. That's the least of my worries. I'm worried about my eyelashes and my eyebrows and my hair, like looking like a cancer patient. So she laughed. She goes, you are. I said, I know, but still. The shit just got fucking real. Yeah, Alabama is the worst. They are the only state in the country that doesn't even fix, whatchamacallit, that whose state coverage won't fix reconstruction after breast cancer. I'm telling you, they're horrible. I said, fuck this. And thank you, Celine. Barbara, yes, get a hold of me. Somebody has a present for you. I have to wait for the phone call, but I know the first step is the surgeon has to set up a time to install the port, and then she said it'll take about 5 to 7 days to get clearance from insurance. Like you need a pre-auth or something. Yes, she said it goes right into the IV or port, whatever. You can have a wig made from your own hair. Yeah, but that's expensive. Yeah, I don't think they really give you a choice on the nausea. They put, oh, I don't know, Lynn. I'm assuming my chest. I don't know. Yeah, it is a chest because she pointed up here. She said something over here. Ginger chi with ginger root. I'm sending you wigs now, so be okay. I've got stuffs for you. Thanks, Whistledown. They're brand new. Sweet. Yeah, I'm at the point of acceptance. Like, all right, this is it. We're going to make the best of it, and whatever happens, happens. That's all I can do. I cried, I went through emotions. I cried in the office. And now it's just, all right, we got this. We're going to do this. And we're going to get it done. And we're going to have beautiful hair when it grows back. That's all I can do. Yes, Barbara. Someone wants to do something special for you. No, Lydia, I don't actually. I haven't worn one since 2021. Only none of them know yet. None of them know the final decision yet. Dayton, I'm going to tell today. Phoenix, I don't know. And Sage, I'll tell later. I was very numb, but I think now it's acceptance. It's all I can think of is acceptance. There's nothing I can do at this point. The decision's been made. I completely trust my radiologist because, shit, I'm going to see her regardless. But the finding out that it was 2 negatives and a positive changed everything. It did. Do you have a wig air? What's a wig air? I agree, Kanuga. Yes. Melissa. There you go, Captain Avi. It's exactly right. I was looking for the answer and I got it. You know, am I going to say this is happy times? No. Am I freaking out a little? Yeah, kind of. And we talked about food. So everyone talked about cancer-fighting foods. And I asked her, what about cancer-fighting foods? So if anyone has ever had cancer, this is what she told me. If you've had cancer, cancer-fighting foods are not going to stop that cancer from reoccurrence. What it can do is stop another cancer from happening. And she highly recommends the Mediterranean diet, which is what my mom follows for years and years and years. Not exactly, but very close to it. And my mom's managed to avoid cancer. And we know she's healthy as can be. So, yeah. So she said, and because I said, oh, I thought the cancer-fighting foods and the no sugar and all that will stop you from reoccurrence. She said, no, it can help another cancer from starting, but it doesn't stop. It won't help anything with the cancer a cell that's already been produced in your body. I said, oh, I did not know that. Thank you, Whistle Down. The Mediterranean diet? Yeah, cancer-fighting foods are good for cancer that you haven't had yet. But it does nothing on reoccurrence of a cancer that you've already had. Cancer loves sugar. She said, absolutely don't eat donuts every day. She said, but the whole sugar thing, there's not scientific studies for a doctor to tell you not to eat it. Yeah, the Mediterranean diet. My mom's been saying it for years. And then she said it. You know, there is one diet that I think has been proven to live a good life is the Mediterranean diet. No, Mediterranean diet isn't like that. Me too, Captain. I said that too. I said, so if sugar's not a problem, I can eat donuts and chocolate every day? She said, no. She said, but eating once in a while is not going to harm you. So, and she's thin, so it's not like she's heavy or anything. But I just love her. I really do. My friend was told to immediately go to the Mediterranean diet. No sugar. Really? Because the Mediterranean diet has no sugar. As long as you can eat boiled peanuts. Heavy protein. And there you go. So I guess there's something to it. Mediterranean diet is like beans and, hold on, I'll pull it up. It's a hard diet. I mean, it's not really a diet. It's a way of life. There is a difference. It really is more of a way of life. Mayo Health Clinic. All right. Healthy eating plan. It's focused on plants and includes traditional flavors of cooking. It's a heart healthy eating plan. Mediterranean diet might be right. Vegetables, fruits, whole grains, beans, nuts and seeds, olive oil, seasoning with herbs and spices. Each day, eat vegetables, fruits, whole grains, plant-based fats, have fish, poultry, beans, legumes, and eggs. Eat moderate portions, limit how much red meat you eat, and limit how many foods with added sugar you eat. And that's it. That's a premise of it. Fish, eat mackerel, herring, sardine, albacore, tuna, salmon, anchovies. You could have wine. Whole grains, eat more fruits and vegetables, eat more seafood, nuts, some dairy, some red, spice it up. That's it. But everyone swears by this diet as far as healthy goes. Gyros and kebabs, when you say Mediterranean diet, wouldn't that be nice? Pretty much done, easy process. See, I like red meat though. I really do. I'm a steak eater. Like, I love steak. But the whole Atkins stuff, that never worked for me either. It's just hard. Like, one, you have to like to cook because they make you do, like, beans and everything together. I like all diets like keto, Mediterranean, vegan. It's not really about what you eat. It's about giving up. Zebra cakes are gross. And water. Drink a lot of water, which I have a problem doing. No, I've never heard of Blue Zone. Lacey, I do too, but I gotta stop. Greek food is Mediterranean diet. You could have steak just in moderation. Yeah, it says you could have steak. Easy to make, variety, never gets old. I happen to live where it's native by the Med itself. I tossed sugar, salt, and Princeton, and it hasn't come back. All right. Grass-fed beef. It's a little pricey sometimes. Thank you, El Laura Perplexo. I haven't seen you in forever. I agree, Lacey. But I am never going to get the rest of this weight off if I don't drink water. Maybe we should look up eating for your blood type. No, it's just everyone keeps saying about the Mediterranean diet. Again, my mom's been telling me about it for years. And I'm like, yeah, whatever, mom. Like, we're all eating juicy burgers and she's eating a salmon burger. That's it. But like I said, I'm not going to make any drastic moves. And that's another thing. She said, don't worry about diet changes until treatment is done. She was explaining that you don't want to make any major moves before chemo. You want to keep everything, you could whittle off of some stuff. Like if you're eating, a dozen donuts every day, I would suggest whittling off of that. But don't start a new diet before you start chemo. And I didn't really ask her the logic, but it kind of made sense. No, I have to drink water. Everyone has told me I need to drink water because of my age. Forget the cancer, it's because of my age. It's not like, Sage wants to drop a few pounds so she won't eat much. I don't eat much to begin with. It's what I eat. See, Gladys, that's what I have to do. Or I need to start doing it. People who live in the areas and eat that way live longer and have less disease. No, she told me that just, stay where you're at. Don't make any major life changes before you start chemo. Homemade soups. I can make homemade soups. I didn't tell her about my boiled peanut upset, but I'm not that obsessed anymore. Like, I don't eat them like I used to. But now you guys talking about it, now I'm going to go buy some. Can you drive yourself? I don't know, Melissa. To be honest with you, I'm not sure. I don't know much about the cancer treatments because I just decided today that I was doing them. So I don't know. I mean, if not, I have friends or, my daughter. Yes. Every doctor has told me if I drink water, I will lose this weight. But I have to really drink water. And I don't. I like soups. I can make homemade soups. I just don't like putting them in the freezer because then they get like yucky. Boiled peanuts at the gas station. I love my boiled peanuts. See, Sly Angel, that's how Dayton is. Dayton drinks tons of water and doesn't lose weight. I said, but you might be because you may have gained more if you didn't drink so much water. You can also buy boiled peanuts at the supermarket. And then what I do is I just put them in a rice cooker. But the difference in price from buying it at the gas station or buying it at supermarket is like 50 cents. So I'm like, fuck it, I might as well get them hot. Thank you, Sammy. Do you, Melissa? All right, woman after my own heart. I love me some boiled peanuts. I hate water. I tried lemon, I tried strawberry. The only time I enjoy water is if like I ride the bike or I'm sweating, then I like water. But other than that, no. Like I can't just sit down and drink water. I have to be hot. That's the only thing I can think of. It's Dayton also drinks iced tea. I'm telling you, Dayton drinks more water than anyone I've ever seen. And boiled peanuts. Gotta love my boiled peanuts. I don't think boiled peanuts are bad. And by the way, it's only the Cajun ones that I eat. I don't like the regular. I think they're gross. Don't buy anything ooh, really? Tomatoes in cans are processed? Yeah, I guess they would be. Drink it all day. Love me some more. That's how my mom is. Bad. See, sissy? That's what I'm hoping for. Kill those fat cells. That's exactly, Melissa. That's what I'm saying. The supermarket, they're like $2.89 or something, and the gas station is like $3.30. Well, fuck it, I might as well go to the gas station. Canned tomatoes are okay, because that's really all I buy in cans. Because if I put them in the fridge, they'll go bad. But I don't do processed foods. I never have. I love salmon. Love it. I just need to start eating right. So I figure I'm going to give myself 2 weeks. Once I start chemo, I'm going to switch diets. Yeah, you have to shop around for salmon. The bowl, any bowl's too expensive. It's so much cheaper to just make it yourself. Am I frozen? No. No. Bye, Madison. I got this. I have no choice. But like I said, I was as shocked as the doctor was. I'm just glad that nothing changes because of it. Like, I was afraid she was going to be like, well, now you're going to have 12, like 20 weeks of chemo. You did, Barbara. You did win a candle. Trader Joe's has become my favorite shopping store since it's just me in Dayton. When I had all 4 kids here, it was not cost effective at all. Because Phoenix and Dayton, between Phoenix and Dayton, so much food to be eaten. And I mean, Sage, like, where's this? Where's this? It just wasn't cost effective. Now that it's just me and Dayton, I do good. Prednisone, that's what I couldn't think of. I was telling her that I've been on steroids before that didn't blow me up, but didn't realize it was, and I couldn't think of the name. That's what she said, Jackie. Don't make any rash changes. If you're eating a dozen donuts now, knock it down to like 2. I said, no, I'm not eating a dozen donuts. She said, just don't put your body in shock because chemo's going to put your body in shock. You don't want to make any sudden changes. Trader Joe's is pretty awesome. They have mashed potatoes that are perfect. I mean, they're microwavable, but you don't have to make a whole bunch at once. They come in like, I'd take like 3 out and then cook them. It's good. Yeah, prednisone weight gain is temporary, though. It made me gain weight, too, but it was temporary. And she said that all the effects of chemo usually go away within about 6 months after it stops. So I got a year between chemo, radiation. I should go back for radiation in April. Yes. Although she said that chemo makes you very tired. I don't know if I'm going to feel that tired because I take Adderall. So I don't know if it'll make me as tired. We'll see. Women to say earlier, look, I don't have any at the moment. But I would want, when I first got alopecia, I can never say it right, but when I first got alopecia, I wore much better wigs because, I was going out and I was doing stuff. Last time I wore them, I was just wearing them to wear them, not because I had to wear them. So I need to get a good wig again, but again, it's expensive. So we'll see. Like I said, I'm not shaving my head unless my hair is falling out in clumps. Then I might, but I'm going to wait and see what happens. Yeah, I have a P.O. box. Anybody have colon cancer? Yeah, I know someone else colon cancer. The chemo would not let me touch anything or eat anything cold. It would bite me. Tracy the Truth had colon cancer. I'm taking prednisone off and on 55 years. Hate to say, yeah. But prednisone didn't really bother me. Like, I took that while I was pregnant. I didn't have a round face. I mean, I did for a minute, but... See, I don't like her wigs. They're all short. Like, I don't want a short wig. Who knows? Maybe I'll embrace my head. The lady on YouTube, yes. Miss Anna's cancer, and somebody died of breast cancer. It was on Nicolina's post. See, I don't remember prednisone. I was pregnant with twins, so I don't remember if prednisone made me hungry or not. Oh, does she? Sly? I don't know. I looked at hers a long time ago. But shit got fucking real today. I'll tell you that. And now we move forward. Thank you, Angel. See where that girl got probation after stabbing her boyfriend 100 times. Judge said she was high. No, I didn't see that. Come out with your own brand of way. That's a good one. Posted a video the other day where her daughter-in-law helped her shave her head. Yeah, because she's triple negative. She started chemo immediately. She's got a different type of chemo, I think, though. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she starts, like, her first thing was chemo. I think they're trying to shrink a tumor, if I'm not mistaken. She still has a tumor, right? Like, she's trying to shrink it, I think. Yep. Can you see my comments? I think I saw some. Yeah, I think I saw some, Marie. No other choice but to keep on keeping on. You got that right. You definitely got that right. And it's just one of those things. Beautiful person. She looks beautiful with a new... But is that the case, Roses? She's still... They haven't removed the tumor yet? Am I right or wrong on that? Because she got chemo really quick. So that's why I'm assuming that she still has a tumor that they're trying to shrink first, maybe? Because she's a much later stage, if I remember. She's like stage 3, I think, right? Thank you, Marie. Yeah, that's what I thought. Because she said she announced it, and then she went like right to chemo. Yeah, she just did a 6 treatment. Did a lining on my colon, and they removed the bad part, which caused me to have chemo. They saw the microscopic cells? Because they keep telling me they can't look for them. Like, there's no way for them to detect them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Christine would be getting a different chemo. I think she's on Red Devil. I think. Thank you, Down Under. Because they were talking about Red Devil. Like, every doctor I speak to, like, it's not that aggressive. So you don't have to worry about getting that. No, because Roses, when she announced it, that she had just found out she had breast cancer, and then she went right to chemo, and then said she was triple negative, I said, yeah, that's not a cancer I want. And I thought that, because it was probably in the margins. You didn't have clear I'm thinking you had clear margins. Yeah, she's getting the heavy duty stuff. Let your stubborn side help you. I agree with that. Yeah, I thought she was. That's what they did to my grandmother. They shrunk it first. They did chemo, then they removed it. They were able to shrink it small enough. They were able to remove it. And then,
Yo, don't hit subscribe. I always try to tell them, they do it every time. I tell them that's the problem, but they acting like it's fine. I'm begging them to stop, but they leave me with a like.
they were able to remove it, and then she got chemo again, and then it came back. But I don't know. My mom doesn't know like how far along she was, but she said it was pretty big. 5 years out, congratulations. In June and came home in August. Ouch. But like I said, the shit got fucking real. But I got this. I'm going to do this. And I'm going to do it with my head held high. And we'll get through this. I may spend some nights crying, but I'll get through it. Perpetua, be my guest. But let's wait to see how fast my hair falls out, or if I need to shave it. Yeah, colon cancer and breast cancer is completely different. Oh, they don't have margins? No, they have margins because Tracy had it. Camera's blurry? No, my background is blurry. I made it that way because, you know, I have shit all over the place. But I'm clear, so don't worry about it. I got candles over there and candles over there. And my ex-husband told me to buy this camera, this light studio. He's like an amazing photographer. And I hit him up. I was like, Sean, I need help. So he told me these lights to get. So I have them all set up. And it makes a difference. Like, it really does. So so now I have a little studio behind me. But yeah, so that's it. That's what I got for you guys. And again, I apologize that I'm sporadically doing lives and I haven't hit, my normal 8:30 time. Just this week has been crazy. And obviously a lot on my mind. I will, Perpetua. Thank you. Thank you, Barbara. Actually, my hair looked really good this morning. And then it was pouring, like so bad. I was like, fuck it. So I just threw it up. I was like, love spending an hour doing your hair, and then you go outside and it's ruined. And my car is leaking from the rain. It was horrible. Oh, that's awesome, that dude. Thank you, Barbara. Huh? Wondering what? You have raised 3 amazing children, gonna pull you through. I know. It's really just dating because I live with them. Oh, you got it, Joy? I'm so glad. Well, Melissa, my hair's gonna be gone soon. It's going bye-bye. But like I said, I'm going to wait until it goes bye-bye. I'm not making any drastic changes. I'm going to hold on to this bitch as long as I can. So, cross that bridge when we get to it. Thank you. Sequel. I'll be all right, though. I'll get through it. One day at a time. Kind of like getting sober. One day at a time. That's true. That's kind of what what my radiologist said too, is that you'll get through it. I can't rock a ball. Look at me. I'm going to look horrible. I'm going to look gross without hair. I'm going to look like a big fucking egghead. I'm going to look horrible without hair. Just call me egghead. My hair's not one of my best features. My boobs are. But those still look really good. Like, I'm pretty impressed with my doctor. I have to say, my boob, I thought it was going to look weird. My boob looks fine. Like, seriously. I know. And I said that to my radiologist that, oh my God, I am going into the summer having to wear a wig. No. Nothing worse than a wig in the summer. It's a good thing I work out of the house, though. I love you, big fucking egghead. I'm telling you, I have a big egghead. I'm going to look like my dad. Like I said, it's a good thing I work out of the house. Where are you going? What? Are you leaving? No. Oh, they said you were leaving. I know, cute hats. Still not the same, though. Because, like my radiologist said, part of the problem is that you're almost advertising your vulnerability. And I thought that was a really good way to put it, because you do. Because everyone can see that you have no hair. Everyone can see that you have cancer. And it's a vulnerable position. She said, that's why people freak out. I said, I never thought of it like that, but you're right. Scarves aren't going to do good in the summer. Oh, that's another thing she said, that they can't tell cancer if it's in the bloodstream. She was talking about bone pain, but said that that's why they always ask me, do you have any pain here? Do you have any pain there? No, I'm good. Embrace baldness. Exactly. That's where I'm at now. I'm just going to embrace my egghead. Maybe I'll get a tattoo on it. But I didn't have chubby cheeks and round face. I totally rock a bald head. No, chubby cheeks are good. Wigs are way too uncomfortable. I agree with that. And stuff so you can keep it if you want. Thank you so much, Perpetua. You can't put extensions in a bald head. If there's nothing to hook an extension to, there's nothing you can do. Ivy not had a big C, but I had to drink radioactive iodine twice. Radioactive iodine? You already have a tattoo, so no need to feel vulnerable with that on your arm. Yeah, but I'm saying get a tattoo on my head. Yeah, beautiful face on a big fucking egghead, but it's still different when you have no hair. Who cares if you get... I care. People saying, why do you care? I care. People make it out like, why does it matter? Because it's not you, and it does matter. It took me so long to grow my hair to this length. And now I'll be 56 by the time it grows back to this length. That's true. No one will notice your head with your smile. That's true. No, they'd be like, look at this egghead. And what about days that I don't want to wear makeup? Then I'm really going to look like an egghead. You're allowed to care. Thank you, Captain. It matters to all of us. Thank you. You do care if it's you. Exactly. Like I said, it's very easy to say when it's not you. When it's you, it's different. Thank you, Perpetua. You look even younger with a pixie haircut. Yeah, I better lose some weight. I mean, you got no hair. You need to be skinny. Skinny. Temporary tattoo on back of bald egghead that says kiss my ass. I don't want to look like a biker. That is funny though. You can glue in a weave where at the top of the hair extension, and they call it quick weave. Yeah, I'm not trying to do all that yet. Who knows? Maybe I'll embrace it. Maybe I'll like me as an egghead. Who knows? I'm sure I won't, but. Yeah, but you need hair to fuse it onto. You can get a hair that has hair sewn onto it. Oh, you can get a hat? That's true. Like a Rastafarian hat with dreads hanging off the end. That'll work. Look at Dolly Parton wigs. No, thank you. Yeah, I do have weight to lose if I'm going to be an egghead. You know, hair makes, you puff it out and it slims you down. When you're an egghead, all you have is a head. No hair to puff out. I did, Kit. You have to rewind. The doctor and I discovered something that changed everything. And yes, I'm getting chemo. Some really nice ones. They're ball caps and even beanies. Yeah, I wouldn't look in the beanie. Maybe I'll just cut my hair and I'll glue it to my head. There you go. Like literally, I'll just glue it in big chunks. Oh my God, I look like an egghead. Look at that. I'm gonna look fucking funky. What's up? Yeah, but Sinead O'Connor had a beautiful young face. I don't. But believe me, nobody's going to laugh at me more than me. I mean, seriously. Nobody's going to make fun of me more than me. Hey, Varika. I will. It's okay. Thank you, Kit. I will not wear a skull cap like the glare. That I promise. I know VCaster, but that means I have to do my makeup more. Rhonda, it's... After finding out today that it's worse than I thought it was, then yeah, we'll just do it. And we'll do it proudly. Thank you, Amy. I wear hair toppers and occasional wigs, and no one has ever noticed. Yeah, Sinead O'Connor had a beautiful face. Bright side, you won't have to shave anywhere. True. I just don't want my eyelashes to fall out. I could deal with eyebrows. You can paint them on. I'm not stressing it. But even like Jonice told me, she didn't lose her eyebrows. She never lost her eyebrows or her eyelashes. She said her eyebrows thinned, but she did not lose them. I know, Sammy. I have never exaggerated. I got this. Oh, you didn't, Tammy. If you rewind, I played my my radiologist. I went to see her for an hour, and we thought that I was positive, positive, negative. At first, we thought I was positive, positive, positive. Then we found out I was positive, positive, negative. Now that the lumpectomy was done and it was tested, it turns out I'm positive, negative, negative, which means that we only know what's feeding the cancer halfway. We don't know the other half. Where we thought we did know the other half from the biopsy, but the lumpectomy showed the whole cancer and all the genes tested. We don't know what's feeding it. Therefore, chemo is a must. Chemo is a definitive. I use fake eyelashes anyway. Castor oil at the brows and lashes. Okay. They have a new eyebrow you can put on. Let's see. There you go. My son lost his eyelash. You're doing the same chemo. Hopefully not. But I mean, eyelashes, eyebrows, those can be fixed. That's the least of my issues. Just don't expect me to be on camera. They kind of look funny if you have a wig and a wig and no eyelashes, eyebrows. Yeah, I won't be leaving the house. I'll be staying in the house for a few months. Thanks, Melissa. I hope so. Like I said, there's no reason to freak out. I said that I wouldn't freak out until there's a reason to freak out. That was yesterday. I had a reason to freak out. Didn't know what I was going to do. Or the other day. Didn't know what I was going to do. Now that I know the course of treatment and it is what it is and there's nothing I can do, because having 2 negatives and a positive, I'm not looking to risk that. Even though the numbers don't change, I'm not willing to risk that coming back. So if we don't know what's feeding it, then the hormone pills may not be as effective as they would have been if it was positive. So therefore, we are now closer to triple negative than we were before. So therefore, no. This is what I got to do, and I'm doing it, and I'll deal with an egghead for a few months. I know, Rhonda. I'm just saying, don't expect me to be on camera with my big old egghead. See, Willow, you're right. I might get to that point. I may get to the point where I'm like, fuck it. Like, I think it also depends on how I'll feel after chemo. Like, they're saying you're going to be tired and you're going to have this and you're going to have this issue, and maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just lose my hair, but everything else will be fine. You know, I don't know. I haven't started yet. For your eyebrows, as long as you have them now, they'll eventually have your original lines. Fill in. Yeah, that's true. I know I'm going to be fine. At least, you know, I do have an egg face. I'm telling you, I'm going to look like my dad. You still have your hair lost? Oh, I still have my hair that I lost. Really? This summer, you can use a jersey knit cap for around the house. Oh, I don't care around the house. Around the house, shit. I'll be bald as can be. Boiled peanuts by Vidilla? I like pumpkin patch. Peanut patch. Not pumpkin patch. Peanut patch. Leslie, don't cry. I've accepted it. We're in acceptance stage. Just so you guys know, I am going to upload a small video to my cancer channel. If mods could drop that link again to my cancer channel later, it's basically just a repeat of what you guys heard already. But I'm going to do that later. Hey, Debbie. I will rock my bald head. I draw faces on it. Yeah, I'm not going to tattoo makeup. I wish I lived in New York, though. My cousin is a esthetician, but I'm not in New York, so. She would do my eyebrows, my eyelashes, everything. Oh, you get cold. Oh, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, I never even thought of that. She's feeling similar regarding her hair loss. She worried the asses on YouTube would be mean to her. She's actually doing very well with it. Is she? Yeah, I am. I'm a little nervous. I thought the same thing, but I'm telling you, the Cajun ones are killer. Killer. Your voice lost tension in the past 2 lives. Absolutely, Ninja, because I've accepted it. It is what it is. I can't change it. It's something that has to be done. And like I said, I went in there today questioning her, telling her that, all the reasons I shouldn't have chemo. And, she understood and she gave me, opposite reasons of, I had every question imaginable. She gave me every answer. And then we discovered what we discovered. And it was like, whoa. Oh, she's wonderful. I wish I could have her for everything. I've killed some roadside bowl of peanut. Yeah, I think I'm going to go buy some. My stomach is growling. Once you turn 60 and your face changes due to age, all that time. Yeah, I wouldn't do tattoo makeup. Hey, Carol. So I'm going to get off, though, because my stomach won't stop growling because I'm hungry. Because I have not eaten yet. But I just wanted to give you guys an update. And we got this. We totally got this. I got 2 weeks. So roughly 2 weeks. So, yeah. I have to catch up on candles that I need to get out. And I know I said I was going to do a special tonight. I'm going to do it tomorrow because I want to box up the rest of the orders that I have to get out. And I'm definitely going to be pushing the breast cancer candles. I'm going to do a special on those. I'm going to be doing a special on 9-ounce candles and clear 12-ounce candles. There's going to be another special on. And we need everyone to buy candles because I don't know how I'm going to be during chemo. And my bill collectors don't really give a shit that I have cancer. So we need to be selling candles. Lots and lots and lots of them. So I'm going to be pushing them nonstop so I can get ahead of cancer and I can get ahead of chemo. So I will, oh, you got your candles? Oh, you are? You should be getting them any day, actually, because you said after the 18th. So, yeah, I'm assuming 2 weeks. She contacts my surgeon. My surgeon installs a port, but everything's got to be set up. So we're going to try to make as many candle sales as we can prior to my first treatment. Hopefully my first treatment's fine. Like, seriously, hopefully it's fine. We'll see. Yeah, bill collectors don't care. And I am sole provider of this household. So we need to sell. And that's it. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow. Probably won't be on later. You never know. But yes, Laura the Candle Pusher. Make Laura work. Laura needs to work a lot. And that's why I said I'm going to put together tonight some specials. We got some $10 candles for people to try. I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff. Exactly. Tell bill collectors buy candles. So, all right. I will see you beautiful people later. All right, Colleen. Have a wonderful day, night, and I will see you guys later. I'm due for another fresh. I have fresh lemon. I said we. All right, I will see you guys later. Oh, and for the person that's waiting on the gift set, I actually got them today. So I have to make the candles and I'll get them out. All right, I will see you guys later. Love you. Peace.